Well, good evening, my friends. Kevin the Comic Doctor coming to you with another live CGC unboxing. My friends, I've got, well, sort of two boxes for you tonight. It was kind of a full two boxes, but a customer needed his books back, so he came and grabbed them today. So I have only about a box and a half to share with you, but some nice books in here nonetheless. Guys, I'm Kevin the Comic Doctor. I'm a comic book presser. I'm also an authorized CGC dealer located way up in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. And like I said, this is a live CGC unboxing. My friends, stick around to the end of this show. Today we're going to talk about CGC Pedigree. I'm going to go over all you need to know about Pedigree books because, hey, I've got a Pedigree book, a really nice Pedigree book in this unboxing tonight. So stick around for that. And guys, if you happen to be over at Moneyball Comics YouTube channel, get on over there. He interviewed me last night. We talked a lot about obviously comic books, and we talked about pressing and cleaning and all that kind of fun stuff, and it was a lot of fun. And Brent put a really good show together, so you've got a second. Go on over to Moneyball Comics over on YouTube, give him a follow, make sure you subscribe, and check out that interview. It's only about a 30-40 minute interview. I think you'll really enjoy that. All right, guys, let's get to it. Let's see what we got here. Oh, and of course, if you're new here, guys, hit that subscribe button so you can join in the conversation. I'll be heading over to the chat room in just a few moments, and I'll answer any questions you might have about pressing, cleaning, comic book collecting, comic book fandom, anything you like. I'll answer those questions over in the live chat, but you must be a subscriber to do so. And while you're at it, why not hit that? Why not also hit that like button too? I certainly appreciate it. Okay, here we go, guys. So first, I like to start with 9/8, don't I? Here we go. We got a Wolverine number 10 and a 9.8. We're going to follow that one up with a 9.8 copy of Omega Man 3, first appearance of Lobo. We've got also a first appearance of Spawn, a newsstand copy of Spawn, and it's great that it's in a 9.8. I believe these are from a pre-screen. I believe, let's see, I got the invoices over here. Modern, maybe not. No, this got to be a pre-screen. Modern, no, it's got to be a pre-screen, so I have some rejects here too. I'm just not sure which books are from the pre-screen. Anyways, we'll keep going. We got a 9.6 copy of Wolverine number 1 as well. We've got a 9.8 copy of Wolverine number 8, first Mr. Fix-It. I believe it's first Mr. Fix-It. And I think that's the fellow we see in the Deadpool trailer, right? We see the backside of his head. I think that's who we see right there, which means we might get in Deadpool as well, which would be pretty cool. Anyways, 9.8. Make that all snazzy there for you. We've got a 5.0 copy of Moon Knight number 1. Now, this was a 3.5, guys, that had a lot of staining on it, and we played around with it and got it up to a 5.0. Still, I think, presents better than a 5.0, but there's still a little bit of staining that remained. Anyhow, we also have a 9.6 copy of Wolverine number 8 as well. And then we have something we don't see every day. We have a Marvel Age number 90, the Danish edition, right here, in a 7.5. We've got a lot of really cool looking European books. I don't know how many more are in this lot, but there should be some more. And my stack is high. My stack is high. So when the stack is high, my friends, I go over to the chat room as I unpack them. Let's see, there they are. And I will unpack them and continue talking. We have Mike's here. Mike says waiting. Well, I hope you didn't wait too long, Mike. A Ranger for Collectors is here. Adam Donnelly is also in the house. We have Sam here. How you doing, Sam? Let's thumbs up the doctor. Please do. Hit that like button. I can't even tell how many likes I've gotten now. Let's see what's going on over here. Can I check? Usually I can see, but it doesn't tell me for some. Oh, maybe I have to stream settings. No, that's not it. Stream health, viewer activity. That's what I want to see, I think. No, analytics. There. No, it doesn't tell me. I don't know what's going on. Wolverine number 8 going away. What else we have here? John's here. How you doing, John? Peter Thornton's here as well. Brian Bowman is here, and Marco is in the house. I have no idea how many guys are. Oh, current viewers, 23 current viewers tonight. Well, this shouldn't be too long of a stream today. We'll go for about 40 minutes probably. This will be the only show I do this week. I was planning on doing a show. I was going to invite you, Eric, on to jump in, but I just have, again, I find that I did that show with Bran over at Moneyball last night, and it ate my night up, and this is eating my night up, and I just can't do another... I have no time, unfortunately, to do another show this Thursday. I don't think I will anyways. Marco, Peter G says, hey, Kevin, great interview with Moneyball. There you go. So Peter checked it out. I think, Peter, were you there? Oh, I guess you must have watched it today. I saw one of your comments there. Thank you so much for coming by. GTA ladies in the house as well. Good to see you. And let's get back to it, guys. We get a 9.6 copy of... Oh, and I've got some news. If you didn't watch the Moneyball comic interview, I've got some news for you, and we'll get to it after this next batch, okay? 9.6 copy of ASM 361. We've got a 9.6 copy of Wolverine number 8. Moneyball did ask, what comic am I seeing a lot of lately? And these Wolverine books have been coming in like mad. If you guys watch my unboxings every week, I'm sure you're getting sick and tired of seeing these Wolverine number 1s. They're all over the place. We also got an 8.0 copy of ASM 300. We've got a 9.8 copy of Wolverine number 1. And a 9.8 copy of Devil Dinosaur number 1, which is a great... That's awesome. Look at that baby. Nothing wrong with that. I'd add that to my collection in a heartbeat. All right. That's not the first box yet. We're almost through the first box. We're just getting here, guys. I'm going through a box and a half worth of CGCs. It was 2 boxes, but one of my clients had to come today to pick up his books, so I am not featuring those. But let me tell you a little bit about some news I announced over on Moneyball Comics YouTube channel this today, actually. If you are, and guys, for my GTA friends, this does not apply to you. This is only for clients or potential clients that live outside the GTA. So if you're out of province, if you're an American client, past or present, or you know what, even if you live somewhere far away in Ontario where you just can't drive to the shop, I'm offering I'm going to try this out, guys. This is going to be like a 6-month trial. I'm going to see if it's even worthwhile, if I can afford it. If you fill out a submission form on my website, comicdoctor.com, and you provide a submission of $300 Canadian or more, I will provide a shipping label to get your books to me. Okay? So again, if you have a submission that is $300 or more Canadian before taxes, if you're Canadian, you get to pay those taxes, and you live far away. You just can't get to my shop because you live, say, out in Windsor, Ontario. You live out in Ottawa or Brockville, which is really quite far, or Quebec or Halifax or Calgary or wherever. I want to help you guys out to get your books to me, and I'm going to try this out. And again, at first I was going to do it just for American clients, to kind of generate some American business. But I thought, what the hell? I'm going to offer it to everybody. If you're not in the G, now if you live in Toronto or Milton, it's not going to count. You got to, well, you know what? Maybe it will. I don't know. We'll see. But for the most part, it has to be a minimum order of 3. If you're sending 2 books, where your bill is $50, it's not going to cover that. But if you're sending, 10 exclusive pressing cleans, which would equal $300, or if you've got a couple of big books whose pressing will equal $300, I'll cover your shipping from you to me. For Americans, that's great because I'm also going to send you my broker information. There should be no problems getting the books over the border. I'm trying to simplify things to get your books to me. And again, that only covers books going to you from me. It's not going from books from me to you, but just to help out and getting your books to me. Anyways, that's new. I'll add that to my website soon. But you heard it here, and it's happening. So any orders that I see coming in that exceed that or 300 or more, I will automatically offer that when I send you my mailing to give you instructions on how to mail. There'll be instructions on how to get a shipping label from me as well. Okay? Anyways, yeah, Mike, you know what? I'm gonna help you out somehow. Don't worry, buddy. I'm gonna help. Because Mike, that your bill was, I saw your bill, because Mike guys is out in Calgary. He sent me a lot of books last week. And it was actually that box. When I saw the price you paid to ship those books to me, I'm like, wow, it was exorbitant. And so I'm going to try to help people moving forward with this. But Mike, I'm going to take care of you down the road, my friend. Don't you worry. I'm going to help you with return shipping or something. We'll work something out because you did pay a pretty penny to get those books to me. All right, let's keep going here. We got a lot more books to go through. We've got an 8.5 copy of ASM 300. Right there. Not a lot of light on these today. Let me see if I can... One sec. Guys, I'm going to fix the lights. I'll be right back. Where's my be right back button here? The lights look really dark for some reason. Give me 1 sec. Give me like honestly 5 seconds. Is that better? I think that's better. I adjusted the lights and I think it's better. We also have a copy of Wolverine, #1. Another one we see quite a bit in a 9.6. And we've got an ASM 361 and a 9.6 as well. All right. Oh, look. Oh, this is a nice one. Check this one out. This is great. Again, I love seeing these mid-80s. Oh, and a 9.8. Nothing wrong with that. Check this baby out right here. Detective Comics number 566. With a sweet Rogues Gallery cover. We've got a Secret Wars #8 Canadian price variant, also in a 9.2. We got Spider-Punk #1 variant edition in a 9.8. Nice. We've got a really awesome copy of X-Men Annual 14, also in a 9.8. And 2 more books from this box. I'll be right back. It's right here. Oh, yeah, like I said, we've got 2 more 9.8s. And this one here is a Russian edition of ASM 300 right here. What year is that? From 2021. In a 9.8. That's pretty sweet. And a Turkish edition of ASM 300 as well. And that is also in a 9.8. Very, very cool to see these comics coming in from around the world. There's a bit of little fluff in there or something. What's up with that? All right, not bad. Okay, well, there you go, guys. That was box #1. I have another box to share with you. I'm gonna, any more comments? Not really. Again, guys, I'm going to go on the be right back button. Don't go anywhere. I've got a whole other box to share with you, including a really sweet copy, pedigree copy. And then I'm going to go over what a pedigree issue comics actually are when it comes to comics. I'll be right back, guys. I'll be right back. I got to put some of these books away and then grab the other ones. 1 sec. All right, I'm gonna do this while I talk to you guys because it's taking me a little longer than I thought. Mike says that's cool. Thank you. Do you get your gifts pulled out of the stacks? Do you get your gifts pulled out of the stacks? What do you mean, Mike? What do you mean? I'm not understanding what you mean. Sam says, going to Cyprus this summer, I got to find some Greek comic books. Yeah, you know what? You probably will find them. There's all kinds of cool stuff out there. Carlos says, how I promised the eBay store with 300 plus keys are live now. You find something and you're local, we always can do something off eBay Insta. All right, so guys, Carlo is a longtime subscriber and customer of mine. Carlo has launched an eBay page. So there's his I guess that's his eBay call sign there, the Comic Rookie. You can also find him on Instagram as well. But check him out on eBay. And like he says, if you're local, he can always do something off of eBay as well. And he'll work on Instagram. So check him out. Carlo's a good man, as honest as they come, and he's got a lot of great stuff. And how many? 300 keys are now live. That's great. Mike says, I sent you a few copies. Oh, that's right. Mike, I'll be honest, your box is still it's still there. I haven't even opened it yet. I'll be the last couple of I'll be honest, last 3 weeks, guys, I've been inundated with boxes. And we are kind of, I wouldn't say we're pretty tight at the shop. So they're not at the shop yet. So I'm hanging on to them until we do, and I keep them in the box till then. But I'm looking forward to seeing those Dazzler books. And again, much appreciated. Absolutely not necessary, but again, very, very nice of you to do that. But yeah, it's crazy, guys. I'm telling you, the subs have just, I wouldn't say they've doubled or tripled, but they've certainly become very steady. And we're getting a lot of guys coming to the shop. We had a couple of clients today. We got a couple of clients coming on Thursday as well to drop off more books. So it's good. That's good. Hey, listen, I'm telling you, I really think the hobby is bouncing back after a really shitty year. So yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. I'm happy to see it. All right, let's keep going. We got a lot more moderns here. Let's see what we got here. Is that a platinum edition? No, it's not. All right, here we go. We have a 9.8 copy. Thanks, Dave. Thanks for following, Carlo. We got a silver edition of Spider-Man #1. Do we all have these in our collection? We must all have like several copies of these in our collections. We've got a gold copy as well. And and by the way, what I've noticed about these CGC slabs that you can't even get your finger in there at all. And pre-scandal, you could, get in there pretty easily. Now you want to get in there, you got to break that. You got to break it pretty good. So yeah, they've obviously changed things over there. We've got a 9.6 copy of Amazing Spider-Man 238. 9.6 copy of, again, seeing this book a lot lately too. Oh my God, what? Hold on, guys. Hold on a second. No. All right. ASM 316, 9.6. Just not like, I don't like how that book is sitting in the slab, but again, I don't have any control over that. I wish I did. We've got a 9.8 copy of Venom Lethal Protector and a 9.6 copy of Spider-Man #1, just a normal edition. That's a nice copy. And a 9.6. Moving right along, we have another 7 or so books. Oh, and I think some of Phil's books are back. I think those are Phil's books. We have a copy of Star Wars #1 and a 9.0. Right there. A 9.4 copy also of Spider-Man 569. Eddie Brock becomes Anti-Venom. Making sure there's no cracks on these babies. We have a 9.8 copy of Web of Spider-Man 32. Oh my God! Again, like how the hell are they putting these books in here? Like, I don't even want to show it to you guys. You're gonna get angry because I'm not like. Okay, I'm gonna show it to you. What the hell? Look at this. 9.8. Look how it sits. Look how it's sitting in the slab. I don't know if you can get a good shot. Oh, there, right there. Right. No, I don't like that. Hold on. Hold on. Right. I'm looking right here. Look right here. I don't know if you can see it or not. Well, there's a big dent there. It's like right there. It's like, holy jeez. I saw the same thing on the 316 there. I'm like, what the hell, guys? What can I tell you? I have no control over that. Okay, I'm going to go back to the chat while I pack these up. And I have I got some beautiful 9/8s. The rest are 9/8, so don't go anywhere. I'll show you those in a second. I just got to make some more room here. Let me go back to my overhead cam here as I go back here, and I can pull them out. Sam says, the Comic Rookie is now a saved seller on eBay. Sam, you probably know Carlo. He's a regular at the Toronto Comic Book Show as well. Mike says, unboxing the pre-pressing graded books would be fun too. You know what? I used to do that, guys. You remember, if you guys have been following me for any length of time, I used to do a show called What's in the Press, and I would show the books, what was coming into the shop, and then I would do this one as well. It became just too, I just couldn't do it all. You know, I discovered, Mike, there's only so many hours in the day. And even doing this, stops me from what I'm doing here. I was doing invoicing before, and I had to put that on hold for a while. Everything you do, you got to choose very carefully. But I'd love to do more on YouTube, but it just takes so much time. Appreciate it, Doc, and thanks for the follow, Dave and Sam. Marco says, yeah, I see. Excellent. Marco, they need another slab redesign or QA, to cover the... Yeah, man, I really... Again, I've said it time and time again. Those inner wells, I just don't dig them. Like, look, here's the... this is terrible. It's a 9.6. I think the book's a true 9.6. Don't get me wrong, but the way it sits in the... Hold on. The way it sits in there, I'll go to the big screen here. Like, look how it sits. Look how the book sits in there. I'm not getting a good. Well, there you go. Look at that. Right here. You see that? 1, 2, and there's another one up top there, and the bottom's all wobbly dobbly do. I don't like it. And not every book's like that. So again, if you watch my conversation with Moneyball last night, we talked about, standards and whatever. And I'm like, well, how do you have standards when you have all these different people, working on the books? I'll tell you, at first, when I brought Charlo on and I brought Nippur in, people were really apprehensive. Saying, Kevin, I want you to work on my books. And I understand that. I 100% understand that, because you know what, you've come to know me, and that's great. I just couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't do it by myself. It was just overwhelming. Either stop completely or expand. And so I had to expand. So I understand that. And honestly, it has become a real blessing, because not only has it freed me up to time to do more books and work on other aspects of the business, you now have 2, sometimes 3 people working on your books. And we look at each other. We basically review each other's work. We catch things that someone might have missed. So you're getting, honestly, 2 or 3 pressers for the price of 1, which is really, really amazing. Honestly, for attention to detail, you can't get any better. And I think CGC, at first, when it was expanding, was a good thing. But now it's such a big company where, you have, I don't want to say questionable people working there, 'cause I don't know who the hell works there. I didn't go. I don't know who's working there. But to think that everybody there is a comic book nut and knows how to handle comics, I'm sure they're trained or whatever. I have no idea. But I wonder if these problems I'm seeing is because people are mishandling the books, or they're not putting the books properly in the slab. Again, I don't know this. I can't say for certain. I mentioned on Moneyball's show last night, I said, it's back to those cracks I was seeing last year, early last year, all those cracks, the exact same spot for about 3 months. And I was dead certain that somebody new was working there. And I've seen the encapsulation machine in action. They're putting too much pressure on the books. That was my opinion. So again, when I see these types of, when I see the book sitting in the slab, not very nice, I only think that somebody really rushed it, or they don't know what they're doing. But anyways, here are the last few in 9/8. Venom number 1. And again, I think these may be Phil's books, or some of these are Phil's books. I know the Batman books are Phil's books, and they're both 9/8, so I'm thinking he's going to be happy with that. And another one right here. And I'm very happy so far because yes, no cracks. 2 boxes, no cracks. Thank goodness. Beautiful. Beautiful. And last but not least, let me put these babies away, because I want to show you the last awesome pedigree book. Let me just put these guys away fast. Arnold says, hi, Marco. Marco, hi, Arnold. Dave says, what are your thoughts on the CGC? Honestly, I haven't even read it. I'm terrible. I haven't read it yet. I haven't had a chance to sit down and just read the damn thing. I've heard about it, but I haven't read it yet. I'll have to go. I don't want to even speculate what he was talking about, because I don't know. And I don't want to say that I do, because I don't. All right. last but not least. Now this was also, I'm happy to report, was also a CPR, crack, press, and regrade. Super Mystery Comics. I went from a 6.0 to a 7.0. It is a part of the Ace, the Cosmic Aeroplane. And yeah, there it is. Not beautiful? And again, I love that gold and black new pedigree label. You can have a look at it there again. And let's talk about what makes a pedigree, because there are a few things. People oftentimes say, "Oh, Kevin, how can I get my books to be a pedigree?" It's not that simple, to be honest. And I believe I have it called up over here. Let's see, right there. I'll come over here. And this is the pedigree. This is right from the CGC website. And I'll just read it at first, then I'll show you some pretty cool stuff. So countless collections of comic books have surfaced over the years. Some of these collections only include a handful of comics, while others contain thousands. Every now and then, a collection is found that is so exceptional that it becomes recognized as a pedigree. The Edgar Church Mile High Find was the first original owner collection to ever be called a pedigree. And though this collection isn't the oldest in existence, it remains the most famous pedigree in the hobby today, and is the reason collectors started to call certain collections pedigrees. CGC currently recognizes 61 pedigree collections. If you are the current owner of an exceptional comic book collection, CGC is more than happy to discuss the potential pedigree status with you. Please feel free to call and ask, blah, blah, blah. But they also, and guys, here, I recommend you go over to their website. They actually, this is kind of cool. This is what, this here's a close-up of the label. But then they actually show you the different pedigrees that are available. And in fact, the one I just showed you was right, the airplane one right here. That's the pedigree that the book I have right here is. Right here, that is the Cosmic Aeroplane right here. And if you click on, I can't do that now because it'll screw up. I can't have the proper dimensions on my screen to show you this. But if you click on one of these, it'll actually give you the details about the various pedigrees that they're currently recognized. And it probably is a good idea to familiarize yourself with them, because you never know. You could own a pedigree book and not even realize it. When I sent this book back to CGC to be regraded, I did not indicate that it was a pedigree book. They just knew it was a pedigree book. Well, how did they do that? Because pedigree books usually have some kind of telltale sign that it is the pedigree book. Now, I did show you really quickly, where is it? If you'll notice right here, the Cosmic Aeroplane, there's like these little artist pencils marks on the inside of the book. This book obviously has it. And because it has it, the graders know the pedigree. Well, they should anyways. Now, do they miss them sometimes? Maybe. They probably do. But I do recommend you go over there and check these out. Now, don't think for a second, well, you know what? Maybe I'll my books can be a pedigree. Well, it's not quite that simple. Let's go over to the pedigree status criteria, because that's very important to understand. All right. So first of all, the collection must be an original owner collection. An original owner collection. They must have been bought off the newsstand as they came out, okay? So they don't want books you picked up over the last 10 years, different dealers, back issues. No, it has to be an original collection by an owner who bought the books off the newsstand originally. The collection must be a vintage material. So they don't want, modern books ain't going to cut it. This means that a large collection consisting of comics from the 1970s to present cannot be considered with a pedigree. In fact, until the sale of some key White Mountain books in a Sotheby's auction in the early 90s, Silver Age comics were not accepted as pedigree collections either. Comic books from 66 and after are relatively common and high grade compared to earlier issues. This occurred as a direct result of tremendous explosion of the number of collections in fandom in the mid-1960s. So now, that being said, I have seen several modern examples of pedigrees, but they are usually associated with older books, older collections. Okay, so this pedigree may have books from the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. So it might be a part of a pedigree, at all. You know what I mean? So that's why that happens. The collection must consist of a considerable number of comics. 5 books ain't going to cut it. 10 books, 100 books ain't going to cut it. Usually, most pedigree collections consist of at least 1,000 books, and some number over 10,000. The collections that consist of fewer books, such as the Allentown and Denver collections, must include extremely rare, important, or key material. So we're talking about very, very important books here. Books that are extremely rare, very important, usually golden age books that have some kind of significance to them, okay? The collection must be high grade as well. This is another one too. You may have a fantastic Golden Age collection. Maybe it's an original Golden Age collection. But if the books are like 2s and 1s and 1.5s and 0.5s, missing covers, it probably isn't going to be looked at. Let's read that really quickly. Comics from the Silver Age in general would have to be 9.2 and higher. And a collection of exclusive Silver Age material must have an average grade of 9.4. A Golden Age comics would have to be high grade as well. For example, the Lost Valley collection consisted of many Golden Age books from before 1941 that were technically mid-grade, but were almost across the board the highest graded copy for that book. Page quality must be as nice as well. Now, this book here that we were looking at is a 7.0. But again, how many of these exist on the census? There's not many. I think there's an 8.0 of this on the census. This was a 6.0. It no longer is. This book, actually, when I sent it in as well, I forget the value I put on the book, but CGC came back and whopped me with a huge bump, fee bump. I mean, they adjusted the grade. They adjusted the value and charged me, not me, the client, far more than I'd put down. And many of the pedigree collections were recognized, and I got to sneeze. It happened live on air, guys. It happens. You got to sneeze. You got to sneeze. Many of the pedigree collections were recognized and accepted by the hobby before CGC came into existence in late '99. So yeah, these are pedigrees that have been around for a long time. Okay. Again, I do urge you to go over to the CGC website, go to the pedigree, and it talks all about it. This area right here is gives you all the information you need. This is the area I was just showing you right here, that what it must have. And then down here, I'm going to sneeze again. I'm warning you right now. I'll pause it or mute it when I do. These all, yep. Sneeze 3 times. What does that mean? I don't want to touch my nose. I'll sneeze again. It's the warm weather. It's the warm weather. My allergies are coming back because it's really warm. Guys, it's February in Canada, and today it was 11 degrees, 14 degrees tomorrow, and it's making my allergies go crazy. As I was saying, I recommend going to the website and check out all the different pedigrees and read up about them, because you never know, you might own one. Again, I do apologize. That's never happened before. I've sneezed once or twice or coughed, but my gosh, a total sneeze attack. Well, there you go, guys. I hope that answers your question about pedigrees. It's not as simple as you may think it is. I would imagine if there was a famous person, like say they discovered James Dean was a comic book collector, or Elvis Presley had comic book collection, I'm sure that would be considered a pedigree, or they could probably argue that could become a pedigree, but I haven't heard of that yet, so they're pretty much sticking to to what they stipulated in the pop-up box I just went over. Okay, let's go back to the chat room in case you have some questions, because I'm going to get going otherwise. Before I have another sneezing fit here. Where the heck is it? Main camera with back overhead. There it is. Okay. No. Oh yeah. Okay. Right there. There we go. I'm embarrassed. I'm just sneezing like crazy here. Hey Robert, how's it going? Mostly all talk and no action from CEO CGC. That happens sometimes. Marco says, a lot of hot air. Okay. Should I bother reading it? I'll read it. I will read it. Sam, so I have a few pedigree books. I treat them like regular books and got some of them even signature series. That's fine. Yeah, when someone leads with dear friends, bad hombres in the house, Moneyball Comics, my friends. The man is in the house. Get over to his over to his YouTube channel and check out our discussion. We had it yesterday. He posted it today at 2 p.m. It's like 30, 40 minutes. We talk about a lot of good stuff, and he puts together a real fun video. So get on over there and check it out. All right, and again, give him a subscribe. Give him a subscribe. Subscribe to him. A Ranger for Collector says, Comic Cave Canada has it pending now. Okay. I'm not sure what you're talking about again. Marco says, so it's not possible to have modern pedigree at least for the next 50 years if it's ever... Well, yeah. Yeah, it is. That's the thing. I'd be really shocked if modern comics will ever be part of a pedigree, like modern, like today. They produce way too many of them. We take care of them way too well. Like, let's be honest, guys. We bag and board our books. We take care of them for the most part. We're getting them graded. You know, you also need proof that the books were originally bought off the shelf. Things like that. They're very sticky about that. I know. I don't want to mention any names, but I do know somebody who has a very extensive modern, I'll say variant collection. That's all I'm going to say, modern variant collection. And he was trying to get them to give him a pedigree for his books because they're quite rare. But he had a hard time with that. It didn't happen. Paul's here. How you doing, Paul? I need to get some of my pedigree reholder with newer labels. I've got a Fantastic Four 135 Sucha News and a Fantastic Four 161 Winnipeg. Unfortunately, I sold my Avengers 161 Western pen. Happy to send those in for you, Paul, if you want to send them over to me. Robert says, look up before you sneeze. It'll go away. We'll see. Spartacus 204. Blow your nose. Something is in there. It's twitching nose hairs. I don't want to touch anything because it'll start up again. I don't want to think about it or it'll start up again. Hopefully this isn't a situation like the hiccup guy on The Simpsons. I hope not. Pedigree pending. Exactly. Well, there you go, guys. I hope that did help you. If you weren't sure what pedigrees were, and again, you may own pedigrees. I may own some pedigrees. You're not aware of it. Sometimes we see those markings on the front of a book. We see a name written on the front of the book or a number or a date stamp. And we're like, damn it, I hate that. You never know. It could be a pedigree. So I do encourage you to get over to the CGC website and check out the various pedigrees they have. You may own one in your collection right now and not even know it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Guys, listen, I'm getting the heck out of here before I start sneezing again. We are now into December books. Look how fast we're moving, guys. Into December books as of today. So lots of books going out to CGC next week and the week after. Lots of books coming back from CGC as well. I have another box I think will arrive tomorrow or the next day. So it's really busy, guys. It's starting to get busy again. So if you have any books you want to submit, I'd recommend getting them in sooner rather than later. Again, head over to my website, comicdoctor.com, and fill out a submission form. Once I receive that submission form, I will get in contact with you to tell you how you can bring them in or how you can mail them in. And again, if you're just getting here right now, I announce it today. If you are not close to me, if you live, out of the GTA in Ontario, out of province, in the United States, and you want to send me some books, go on over and do a submission form. If your submission is 300 Canadian or more before taxes, I will cover the cost of getting your comics to me. I will put an information bulletin up on my website for that as well, too, with more information if you'd like more information on that. So until next time, well, Peter says, I think CGC should have another level of collection that though it may not be what they define as pedigree, but are original collections. The problem with that, Peter, is that'd be a lot of collections. I mean, yeah, they already have, 61 pedigrees, they said? Imagine if they open the floodgates, there'd be tons of these types of books out there. So I doubt they'll ever do that. They don't want to add more. They're trying to keep it as exclusive as possible. Guys, again, go over to Moneyball Comics YouTube channel. Check out my discussion with him last night. And until next time, take care. We'll see you next Tuesday for sure, right here at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another live unboxing, and hit that notification bell. You never know. I might be back on Thursday. Probably won't be, but you never know. I'm crazy that way. All right, guys, take care. Have a fantastic night. All the best, and bye for now.